You've got Dunbar probably out. Crowder was limited, but looks like he's probably out. Morgan Moses is limited. I mean, they may dress him, but
Thompson's
out. Trent Williams is out. Laval out for the season. Sheriff out for the season. Paul Richardson out for the season. So they got a lot of injuries. They could be starting two brand new guys off the street on the offensive line this week.
I mean, remember when we said that there was no way the Redskins would have had last year?
Yeah, it's happening.
Here we are. They are having
it's
as
happening.
many. And they're coming. They're hitting really critical pieces of the team.
At first glance, you say to yourself, "Well, there's just no way the Skins can win this game because they've got so many injuries, especially on the offensive line."
It's hard to overcome.
I understand that Tampa's defense is terrible, but they still got Pierre-Paul. They got McCoy. I mean, they can still get after the quarterback a little bit. And then you look at it and you go, "There's just so many injuries with the Redskins. How can they win this game?" But then Tampa's defense is so bad, you might be able to make plays.
You see teams overcome offensive line injuries all the time. We got those guys get banged up.
Okay, but usually those are backups that have been on the team or on the roster. Not guys that you're plucking off the street.
That's fair. Well, they're going to use some backups, like Bergstrom's going to fill one of the spots. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. So you could have Rouillet, Bergstrom, and Moses.
Moses limited.
So many guys
they can barely move.
Yeah, said he's wearing the world's biggest knee brace. I mean, I guess that would be kind of bulky. It would be tough for him to get around.
My guess is they dress him, but he's like an insurance policy. Like if somebody else falls down. But it doesn't mean they can't do it. I mean, they've gone into big games before. Didn't they go into Seattle all banged up and win last year? I can't remember what it was. It was a game where they were all banged up.
In Seattle, they had no offensive linemen starting.
Yeah. So, I mean, crazy things happen in this league. But I definitely
they may not know the system that well, but in the end, if you pluck big fat guys off the waiver wire, if they could just hold a block for a second.
While they were available.
True.
They're not the cream of the crop.
Right. Plus, the Redskins' main identity in 2018 is running the ball with Adrian Peterson. And you're not going to have any cohesion with these guys.
Well, you can't run much worse than you did last weweek.
That's true.
Adrian Peterson held under 20 yards.
He had a couple runs that were called back because of holdings. I always think he does his part. It's just you're only as good as the holes, and he could create some stuff, but only so much you can do.
I just can't get over the injuries.
Injuries are outrageous
on the offensive side.
Jerry Brewer's got an interesting column talking about Alex Smith, and he says nothing's wrong with Alex Smith, and that's a sobering fact for the Redskins. That's the headline, and you're like, what do you mean? Well, when you look into it and what he's talking about. He's actually on pace for 3,700 yards, which doesn't sound like that much. It really isn't. But that would actually be the second highest total of his career.
So you're saying this is just what he is.
It's what he is.
His identity.
Right. But it's actually maybe it would be the second most productive season he's had in terms of yardage.
Right.
He's completing 63.5% of his passes, which is lower than what he did in Kansas City, but higher than his career percentage. And with just 3 interceptions, he's on pace to throw fewer than 10 picks for the 8th straight year.
That's his thing.
Which is his thing, but he could finish with less than 20 for the 9th time.
Right. They're going to face the Buccaneers and Ryan Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick has had 6 starts this season because James, of course, started a few games.
Yep.
Ryan Fitzpatrick already has 17 touchdowns. Alex Smith may not get to 17.
Might not.
Probably will, but
he might.
Barely.
It'd be tough.
And here's the thing. He's 34. He's under contract for 4 more seasons after this one.
Yeah, but they have an out after 2 seasons after this one. So he's going to
be the starter for a minimum of 3 years for him.
Right, this year and 2 more years. Then the Redskins can kind of extricate themselves from it. But they're basically stuck with him for 3 years.
Yeah. I think he is what he is. They can help him out the next couple of years getting some playmakers.
Correct. And staying healthy.
He's got to deliver it, though.
He's got to deliver it, but
he's got to do more than he's doing.
He needs some guys who can take a screen pass to the house. And you could argue Chris Thompson, but he's never there.
Chris Thompson's becoming the Steven Strasburg of this team.
Last year was the offensive MVP when he was on the field for the Washington Redskins. Kirk could throw a 5-yard pass, and it could turn into a 45-yard pass, but he's just not there.
I keep looking at, but one of my fantasy lineups with Thompson in it, just a big red O next to it all the time.
I got great flex numbers for 2 weeks.
But he's so good when he's there that you just feel like
can't cut him.
I can't let this guy lose.
Situation.
He won't play till like week 13.
Right. Well, if you get that 1 week of production, it could be worth it.
It's just frustrating. And I'm sure it's frustrating for Jay Gruden and the coaching staff.
Here's a little stat based on some of these production, big production plays the Skins are looking for. Skins are 23rd in the league with 25 pass plays or 20 yards or longer. They're 23rd. Jordan Reed has the best yards after catch average on the team. So he's getting 4.6 yards per reception after the catch. Unfortunately, that's 69th in the league, though.
69th.
69th in the league. And again, when I watch Jordan Reed catch the ball, he's always got his back to the defender.
Mm-hmm.
In like this,
it's like he's running old-fashioned button hooks.
He's just trying to find a little gap in his zone.
No,
and then he's got to turn around.
He runs those little option routes, but those are all designed, short plays.
Seems like Vernon Davis runs more vertical routes.
Yep.
Vernon Davis is running routes where he's catching the ball in stride than Reed for whatever reason.
And he's averaging 5 more yards per catch than Reed is.
Right.
Yeah.